and welcome to another version of HL's ModTech Minute. This is episode 10, believe it or not, and today, instead of talking about 3D printers, I'm going to talk to you about one of my modules. I'm going to talk to you about the module called Criminology. Ever wanted to be a CSI? This is what I've created so that you can get a chance to see what it feels like to be a real CSI. The module comes with, of course, lab jackets, because you have to look like a CSI. It also has lots of activities that let you observe and learn how to notice things in your surroundings so that you can be a better detective as you're trying to figure out the different little crimes and things that I have available for you in the module. I have created the module using Course Lab 2.4, so there is a browser window that the children launch, they read, they learn a bunch of cool things, they watch some little video clips, and then they actually do lots of neat activities. One of the nifty activities that I've got is called Portrait Pad. And in Portrait Pad, students actually make crime scene composite images from first just their imagination. They make a fun character to learn all the skills. And then I have them watch a short video clip of a supposed criminal, and then that cuts off after 15 seconds, and they have to take their imagination and the notes about the person that they saw in the video, and they have to try and recreate them. I also have a final project where they get to stake out somebody in the classroom without me noticing, and then they come over to the special Portrait Pad computers and they try and make that person well enough so that when I look at them, I can tell who it is. So it's a really neat project. We also have a sweet Google Earth project, and I'll take you over and show you how that project works right now. This amazing activity is in Google Earth, which of course is free. And then we have to turn on a couple of special settings. Under the gallery, you need to turn on both Gigapan and Gigapixel. And then I've picked out a few special Gigapans, but I'm just going to show you one so you can see what it's like. When I zoom in here to New York, and this is good because it's a large city, and so when you zoom in, these pictures are the gigapixels. This one's not going to be good for me because it's too large, so I'm going to try this one right here, and I'll check it out anyhow. But what I have done is I've asked kids to zoom in on these, so you just click it and it goes in by itself, and then I want you to try to find amazing details in the clip. The one that I've given my students has a clock in it so they can find the time. It's also got amazing details that you can find by checking in the windows where you can check the month of the year. It is amazing the cool things that you can find by zooming in and exploring. This one is going to be different because of the bright lights and being a night picture, but you can see the details of the things around the screen are quite cool. It seems like every time I have students go into this project, they always find new and amazing things by zooming in and checking out all the details. So that's how I use Google Earth as part of my awesome Criminology module. Another super cool part of the project is my Criminology crime scene. This all came to be because I was reading Popular Science, and there was a professor that would take a classroom and he would turn it into a crime scene. I, unfortunately, in my room do not have the ability to just lock up some area to be a crime scene, but through the magic of this box, you can see how I solved it. It is the craziest, most simple crime scene project ever. Everything's hot glued down. I've got all kinds of amazingly sneaky little details all the way around. There you can see there were footprints outside the door. You can see that Barbie probably had a struggle, or whatever kind of doll she was. But the whole concept is based on the kids filling out a sheet of paper like they were a criminologist, and they have to tell me all the things they would collect for DNA. They tell me all the things that they would collect to take back to the lab. They tell me where they would look for fingerprints, and then the part that is most important is they have theories. For theories, I teach them that they must say things like, I see that her leg is broken, so therefore there must have been a struggle. And they just simply work through that and solve this cool little crime scene, and it ends up being quite epic.
The module also has several activities that are out of the Detective Science book by Jim Wise. One of my favorite ones is the mystery powders, where we have students collect data on several different powders and then we log that data with our Chromebooks. Using one-to-one devices for this has made it quite spectacular.
Criminology module, we had to powders and then mix them with water and see what would happen. Water, the corn, and then we left them out for like a day, and then we came back, and this one turned into like a pasty substance thing, and it's cracked, and then this one kind of crystallized, and that's the sugar, and this one kind of just hardened a little. Okay. Now we have to put iodine into the thing, and we're gonna do 2 drops of that, maybe. And nothing really happens with that. Iodine and salt.
We also have a messy but awesome fingerprint area where we use baby food jars to plant fingerprints, and then we use our fingerprint dust to lift the fingerprints. Once the students have become experts, then I send them out into the hall and I plant another student's prints on a bigger glass jar, and they have to lift the thumbprint off this jar, and they have to collect everybody's thumbprint using an ink pad to try and find the culprit. It's an amazing activity that teaches them just how difficult it is to work with fingerprints.
So that gives you a glimpse of the ModTech module. Here's a quick peek at what my Course Lab modules look like. Course Lab is pretty nifty in that version 2.4 is totally free. I turn them into HTA files so that they launch in Internet Explorer, which I find works best with them, and I run them off a shared drive, so anytime I make an update, it immediately goes to the kids. Students have a contents so that as they work, they can go through and solve the different activities and find them super simple and easy. So thank you for checking in to ModTech Minute, Episode 10. Stay tuned for next week when we talk about another one of my awesome modules, and hopefully I can share all kinds of cool things about what we do in modular technology so that you can create your own STEM class on the cheap as well.